Dear graduates, normally I would be standing today in a room together with you, with more than 1,000 of you in fact, and together with your families and friends. We would all be wearing robes, and we would have just paraded around Rotterdam. And probably we would have had to hand out more than 1,000 umbrellas too, because the weather oftentimes isn't as nice as it is today. Of course, over the last 2 months, a lot of things have changed. What has happened has affected you and your studies. It's also affected your families and friends. And of course, the last few months here at RSM have been very different from how they were supposed to be. But one thing has not changed, and that is the value of your degree that you are graduating with today. You've worked incredibly hard during these circumstances, and it is wonderful to see what you have achieved during these last few months as you have faced those challenges. I know it's not been easy, but I also know that your families and your friends are incredibly proud of you. I hope that we will have the opportunity to celebrate at some point in person. I would really love that. But for now, let's think about what you have achieved and also what you're going to do next. All of you are going into the world now. You are going to take up new opportunities. You're going to have to make choices as well. The choices you make and the opportunities you seek are what makes you and all of us a force for positive change in this world. And I'm really so grateful for your willingness to be part of this mission. So, congratulations. You've done really well. We are proud of you. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you very, very soon.
Hi, my name is Matthijs van Dijk. I'm a professor of finance at the Rotterdam School of Management, and I'm the academic director of the MSc program in Finance and Investments. Dear 2019-2020 MSc graduates, a little over 1 year ago, I welcomed all of you to Rotterdam during the MSc kickoff session. I still remember the atmosphere of curiosity, ambition, possibility, and perhaps also slight tension about joining such a large and diverse group of fellow students to meet the unknown challenges of our MSc program. Today's graduation ceremony marks the end of your remarkable journey here at RSM. The MSc was never meant to be a walk in the park, and I truly hope that we have seriously challenged you in the past year to deepen your finance knowledge, to develop your professional and social skills, to discover your personal interest, and to meet the tough requirements of the program, working both individually and in teams with other students. However, this year developments out of our control added a whole new layer of complexity. Because of the advent of the coronavirus, from mid-March onwards, all of our teaching activities had to be moved online. This unexpected change of plans caught us at the RSM Department of Finance off guard, and we needed to adjust to the situation on the fly. But it must have been at least as stressful for you as students to suddenly no longer be able to meet faculty and fellow students on campus, to spend hours watching talking heads on Zoom, to do team assignments largely online, and to deal with the anxiety of online proctored exams. It has been a crazy, hectic period for all of us. And I'm so happy to say that we've pulled it off together. You have now graduated, obtaining your MSc degree from RSM, and are ready for the next step in your lives. It makes me extra proud that each of you has managed to do so in these unprecedented circumstances. Of course, Corona is still out there and continues to affect the university as well as the corporate world. We have just started a new year of the MSc FI completely online from the get-go. And also for you, I realize that Corona may keep raising new challenges. For example, in doing an internship or finding a job. I am encouraged by the stories I hear about how you meet these challenges also, by doing internships and study exchanges online and finding jobs even in this new situation. I'd like to think that beyond all that you have learned about financial topics like the arbitrage pricing theory in the past year, perhaps the most important lesson to take away from your MSc FI is how much you can accomplish when you put your mind to it. Personally, I'm a little sad to say goodbye, especially in this impersonal online fashion. I have fond memories of my investments core course in the fall of 2019, when I had the opportunity to meet many of you in the classroom and engage in discussions about finance. Even in such a large group of students, I cherish the individual interactions I had with many of you. I would like to ask you to please stay in touch with RSM, through campus events, through connections with individual professors, through LinkedIn, and also please share your thoughts about key industry developments with us and future students through guest lectures, alumni events, or otherwise. Let me conclude by extending my wholehearted congratulations to each of you on obtaining your MSc FI degree. I hope you make sure to seriously celebrate this achievement one way or another, and I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
Over 50 years ago, a few bright minds planted the seeds to become a force for positive change in the world, developing thought leaders in business, research, and education.
It was a unique opportunity to join the first academic business school in the Netherlands. It was a life-changing experience and made my career. I'm grateful that I learned all the different aspects of business with my RSM degree.
In the 1980s, we launched a full set of management programs at RSM. And that way, we laid the foundations for a top business school in Europe.
I'm very proud that since the 90s, RSM has become an international business school known for its excellence in research.
Leadership of today is not driven by self-interest, but by a vision that gives us direction to the sustainable change we so badly need.
Without shared values and a sense of community, it is impossible to overcome the current global challenges.
We empower women to drive their careers and be agents of change in creating a more gender-equal work environment.
It's an honor to lead such an impactful business school. Going forward, it is going to be crucial to find the right balance between continuity and change in order to create new opportunities for the next 50 years.
I will be the agent of positive change. am ready for the future.
Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University, 50 years of impact.
Dear fellow graduates, family, friends, and faculty members, firstly, I hope you are all doing well during these challenging times. I know we would all like to be together in an auditorium, seeing each other after so many months, but even though this is not a graduation we wished for, it doesn't mean we can still celebrate. It is an absolute privilege to be the student speaker today, so I would like to thank the ones who gave me this opportunity. What a crazy year we had, huh? Certainly 1 year ago, I could never have imagined how different this year would turn out to be and where I would stand now. Thinking back to our welcome day in the fall of 2019, it feels like it was ages ago. But let's start from the beginning. Class of 2020, you can't stop pinching yourselves. We made it! We might have chosen this master for different reasons, like the prestige of the program and the university, the multicultural community, or the wide range of electives. But we all had one thing in common, the wish of studying at RSM. And looking back at my time at RSM, I know there's things I will miss, like the talks in the hallways, the coffee breaks, the funny stories about the trimester, and of course, the interesting classes. I'm even going to miss the Tim Burton building and all the numerous group meetings that I had there. And the view, of course. I think we can all agree this master was challenging, yet I also believe it gave us the independence needed to grow and the opportunity to invest in projects that we love. This year tested me on many levels, but it also helped me realize what I really value and cherish in life. Every single one of us had to face different challenges, but our journey at RSM was not made alone. It was shared with a group of people that made all the difference this year, our support group. Our family, friends, colleagues, boyfriends and girlfriends that were always there to lift us up. And to them, I also want to dedicate this speech. In particular to my incredible family and my super supportive boyfriend. Thank you, because without you, I know there were times I wouldn't be able to find the strength in me to keep going. So don't forget to thank the ones in your life that help you achieve this goal, because they too deserve to celebrate today. And for sure, we, the class of 2020, will be in the history of RSM for many reasons. Not only were we the first ones to do about a third of the master online, we were also the less lucky ones who have risk management. And I really mean it. But undoubtedly, COVID brought several new challenges to every one of us during quarantine. I never thought I would spend so much time in my parents' house since high school. Try to picture me in my room trying to write my thesis while my mom, who's a teacher, was giving classes quite loudly. I honestly think she believes her students can hear her from the other side of the computer. Mom, I love you, but let's not do that again. But on a more serious note, I would like to acknowledge the effort made by the faculty and the professors to adapt to these new circumstances. It was particularly interesting to brainstorm during classes about the possible changes that this pandemic might bring to the finance world. And since all speeches must have a quotation, I decided to quote the street poet Drake. As he once said, "Oh well, I guess you lose some and you win some. As long as the outcome is income, you know I want it all, and then some." And I know that we, as finance students, are very ambitious and career-driven people. I also know that the idea of material success does influence our lives heavily. However, I ask you that you never forget what makes you fulfilled and happy, because as long as you are doing something you love, everything else will fall into place. To conclude, as the chairwoman of STAR, I had the chance to meet several of you well enough to get to know some of your strengths. Some of you have the passion needed to move mountains, while others, you wear your hearts on your sleeves, bonding with anyone you meet. Use those strengths to be a force for positive change in the world, and always stand for what you believe and dream. I'm proud of us, class of 2020. I wish you all the very, very best, and I hope we get to celebrate this achievement in person in the future. Thank you.
We wanted to create a place where you can go back in time and explore all the stories of the 50-year RSM history. A complete timeline that not only tells those stories, but also instills a sense of pride about the history and ignites inspiration for the future. After months of work by many, hunting and digging through the archive, puzzling all the pieces together, it's with great honor that I get to unveil and present to you the official 50-year historical timeline of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. The first part of our timeline is a story of many firsts. The first plans, the first school building, the first classroom, and of course, the first students. The first item on our timeline, and my favorite piece, is this one-page business plan. It was made by our founding fathers, and they compared 4 European business schools, and they used it to design the school and the curriculum. The beginning of our timeline contains a picture of our very first school building. And on this school building, of course, there was a building sign. This is the original building sign from 1970, and luckily, it survived the past 50 years. Another great discovery from the RSM archives are these 3 pictures. They were scattered amongst hundreds of pictures, and after studying them for a while, we figured out that they fit together, creating a beautiful panorama of one of the first classrooms. If you look closely, you see a blackboard with a process flow. Of course, you see 1970s students with long hair and their appropriate clothes. And at the very back of the classroom, in the window, you see 2 beer bottles. Let's just say things were a bit different in the 70s. This first part of our timeline is quite dynamic. Our newly formed school grows. We welcome more students, and after a while, it's the start of the MBA program, the PhD program. In 1977, SVIP is founded, which is currently called STAR, and we moved the school from Rotterdam to Delft. The second part of our timeline is even more dynamic. After over 10 years, our school moves back from Delft to Rotterdam, to the FG building in 1984. Here it becomes a proper academic faculty, part of the state-recognized Erasmus University. In this phase, it's all about further internationalization, development, expansion, and academic recognition. In 1989, RSM is admitted into the prestigious Community of European Management Schools, CEMS, and the PIM network, Program in International Management. The exchange program of RSM starts to take shape in a tremendous way. Here on the timeline, we see a graduation ceremony taking place in the early years. In the mid-1980s, the new FG building allowed for a lot of space for a new computer lab. The importance of automation in the workplace was on the rise, and the shape and size of computers changed over the years. RSM has always invested heavily in those facilities because of their importance for education. Nowadays, everybody just brings their own device. The early 90s marked the birth of the internet, and our timeline describes how new ways of doing research and delivering education were developed. For instance, in the late 90s, As part of the Doctorandus 2000 project, RSM started experimenting with delivering video lectures on CD-ROMs.
Welkom bij dit college over leiderschap.
Students were learned how to code in Delphi and other programming languages. And from 2000 onward, the faculty implemented digital case methods. For instance, this adventure game case, where learning, testing, grading and fraud detection all was done via advanced CD-ROMs and floppy disks. The last part of our timeline is all about further growth and integration. RSM becomes one brand name, unifying all research and programs under one label. We continue to climb the most important rankings. We welcome more students, we make more impressive publications, and our name continues to grow as a brand name in the market. In 2009, the I Will movement launches. Students, staff and faculty make a public commitment to their drive and ambitions, reflecting RSM spirit. By 2020, there are no more than 15,000 statements. In 2017, RSM embarks on a new strategic mission to become a force for positive change. By embracing the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, they try to implement a new way of measuring societal impact. And this concludes my brief overview of the RSM timeline. Come over to the Mandeville building and have a look yourself, or go over to the Bale building where we have an identical timeline set up. Or you can go to rsm.nl/50 to find more online resources, videos and all the stories of the 50-year RSM history. Come and explore our shared history now.
Adam Kopersy, Ari Kujan, Adna Ruwing, Eronas Seputis, Albert Jan de Cruz, Alexander Nikolov.
Hi everyone, greetings from Barcelona. I'm honored to be a part of the RSM community and want to congratulate all of us on this great accomplishment and say thank you to my friends and family. So cheers to this day.
Alexei Mihailov, Alex Hosani, Alex Mooskops, Alex Stromberg, Alex Wolfing, Alexander Krena de Long, Alexandra Herbart.
Very grateful to receive my master's degree today. Congratulations, fellow students. And I would like to thank my parents and little sister for their never-ending support.
Alice Charlotte Helweg, Antoni Barusman, Andreas Palos, Anna Nieskens.
Hello from Oslo. Thank you all for making this such a wonderful experience. And like Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Bye, ha det, doei!
Annie Dong, Astrid van der Zanden, Bogomil Inkjov, Kai-Ying Wen, Karon Schaller, Charlene Miquette, Charles Hopner. Christina Pan. Claudia Hoffmans. Connor van Leeuwen. Dami Witiku. Daniel Nahar Diniz. Darren Botha. Delphine van Willig. Dennis Santo. Jana Kostik. Dionysos Flesas Savidis. Duco de Vries. Dylan Maas. Elke Weitz. Elise van der Loos, cum laude. Alice Minton. Aaron Dapp. Fabian Beerman. Femke Perdijk. Florian Porzel, cum laude. Floris van Manen. Francesca Lallen, cum laude. Freko Lieb. Frederick Pim. Frederik Huisman. Freek Borst.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the greatest interest." Congratulations.
Gabor Pentek. George van Geffen. Giacomo Gourtars. Gustav Lantz. Gustav Glusmensky. Hannah Bukshan. Hanne Langeveld. Hendrik Oudelaar. Henry Gamby. Henry Clark. Hongru Guo. Inge van der Alst. Ionis Papas. Ivo Stoyanov. John Koros, cum laude. Janine Pouston. Jan Philip Furman. Jasmijn Liu, cum laude. Jente Braspenning. Jing Li. Jingwen Zhao. Jin Zheng Niu. Joana Goncalves, cum laude. Chao Andrade dos Santos. Joey Fritz. Joanne Hoffer. Joanna Jubb. Joanna Schmucker. Jonas Ellenskis. Joris Lammertink. Josephine Roosendaal, cum laude. Jules van der Rey. Jure Blankenstein. Justus Rising. Kaars Nicolai. Kevin Lechner. Kirill Slavov. Kirilla Dicheva. Klara Brakova, cum laude. Koen Been. Conrad Wegner. Christina Ratajova. Lars Rauwenhorst. Lars van Marewijk. Lasse Blazejewski, cum laude. Lasse Engelbracht. Li Shani. Liam McCaughlin. Lieselotte Heer. Lisa Pietermeijer. Liza Vaskilis-Kwaya. Lotje Wolfs. Luc Vervoort. Lucas van Beek. Ludo Schepers. Luis Eduardo Huerta Alvarado. Luis Neves. Lucas Wyskowski. Mark Maas. Mark Oerlemans. Marcin Gorka. Maria Lutsenko. Marissa Berghuis, cum laude. Martine Helwig, cum laude. Mats Newman. Max Mertens. Men Jo Ning. Michael Englert, cum laude. Michal.
Michel Timoken.
Michelle Kuipers. Miguel Montero. Mike Rijnecker. Nalau Franke. Nancy Kaner. Naya Stolava. Nick van den Dungen. Nick van Bruggen. Nicholas Dellehout. Niels Vonk. Niels Daams. Nive Darabaran. Olivier van der Meer, cum laude. Winsmia Silly. Panos Pitsanis. Paul van der Kwak, cum laude. Pedro Leo Pretio Correa de Carvalho.
I just want to thank everyone I've met this year. You guys are amazing. I miss you so much. I hope you're doing all well. Bye.
Pia Ringsletter, cum laude. Pim Mante. Quinty Rietveld, cum laude. Quyen Lee, cum laude. Reinier Spoor. Rens Clement.
I want to say thank you to my parents and for my American mom. Enjoy this. Woo!
Rens Goedvolk. Roberto Codesa.
Congratulations everybody, we finally did it. It was a tough year. I would like to say thank you to all my family and friends. See you next time.
Robin Kemps. Rosanna Perizonius, cum laude. Samuel Kuklowski.
Congratulations everyone. All the best and see you soon. Ciao.
Sanan Salimov, cum laude. Sarah Sprieser, cum laude. Shelley Hulsebosch. Shuyi Zhang. Sissy Marandiska. Steph Papadopoulos. Stefano Mantovani. Stijn Pijpen. Siebrand Espach. Tessa Hagelen, cum laude. Theodoros Koutsoulas. Thijs Parten. Thomas Ing. Thomas Thomas van Heiningen. Tilman Hofrichter, cum laude. Tim van Dorp. Tim van Merendank. Ting Hui Lu. Tiana Espenaar. Tong Kung Wang. Faidas Tamasukas. Valdas Nipjes. Valerie Disler. Victor Junger. Willem Keers. Xiaoming Kui. Yannick Damer, cum laude. Yifan Ding. Yifi Guo. Yuri Steenbergen. Yuki Liu. Yutong Zhang. Yu Yang Gao. Zach Nguyen. Xian Liu.
Jingbo Yang. Tao Chiang Wang.
Congratulations, your hard work's paid off and you are now no longer students, you are RSM alumni, and we are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. I just wanted to let you know that you are now part of an alumni community that is global, and community and networks are ever more important. So please stay in touch with us, stay in touch with each other, and I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Congratulations to all of you.
New doors are opening and are taking you to directions that you have never expected.
And I'm sure you'll be able to overcome all the challenges that this year brought us.
You've made it. I am hugely proud of you, and I hope you can cherish this amazing moment.
Welcome to this wonderful alumni network.
You can set an example.
It is your time now to make positive change happen.